Developing now, the future of the Smith's Ballpark tonight. People in the Salt Lake Ballpark neighborhood had a chance to ask direct questions to the Salt Lake City mayor.
Yeah, news specialist Brian Carlson was at that community meeting tonight. Joins us live right now on what we learned. Brian, what'd you find out?
Well, Mike and Dini, we learned we had the answers to some questions, but not the big one everyone wants to know. Like, what happens to this stadium when the Salt Lake Bees leave for good in 10 days? Tonight, the Salt Lake mayor answered what they're doing in the short term and how far away we are from that answer long term. A packed house in the Ballpark neighborhood's urban Indian center, all with one question in mind. What happens to the Smith's Ballpark once the Salt Lake Bees leave?
We feel like there was a bit of a lag in terms of progress on this, and so we really want to push the city and other stakeholders to keep moving this forward.
Some, worried about that lag, asked the mayor for a promise to not let the ballpark sit undeveloped.
What type of commitments can you give us so that, unlike last year when we felt like the city would be shovel ready in October, we can totally trust that this process here will move at the laid out vision?
To that, the mayor said she wants this project to have a lot of community input.
I want us to do this process. And the commitment you can count on is what you've already had in the last 18 months.
The mayor explained the city is currently talking with the UVU baseball team to continue playing in the stadium next season, while the U waits for its own baseball stadium to open in 2026. Beyond that, the mayor says it could go one of three ways. The stadium could stay, used in a variety of ways, only preserve some of it and redevelop the rest, or demolish it entirely and start from scratch. People hearing the ideas tonight had mixed reactions.
I don't feel like I got any hard answers for what's going to be actually happening in this interim space.
I think we all want to see something happen right away, but the reality of it, it's a huge project and these things take time.
And now, speaking of time, the city hopes to have a final deal for the short term worked out with the University of Utah extremely soon. Now, long term, they're hoping to have a proposal in hand by December, final design by March, and then construction won't likely begin until 2026. Live here in Salt Lake City, Brian Carlson, KSL 5 News. Back to you.
A lot of people anxious to see what comes of it. All right, Brian, thank you.